Sheldon, I know not a ton of time has passed, but do you have any word on how Covey's doing, or maybe some of your injured guys right now?
Yeah, Covey's still waiting for the full sense of exactly where he's at. He's getting evaluated today. We haven't had that come back yet, so we're waiting on that. Obviously, Luke and Dilly both still haven't skated, so they'll be out tomorrow. But on Covey, we'll just wait for more news.
One of the things that you said yesterday that I think is really important is how, special teams really need to change for you guys if you want to extend this series beyond where it's at right now. What are you seeing right now from the power play that maybe is not working in your favor that has been so successful all year long?
Well, I just think there's a number of things. Obviously, their penalty kill presents some challenges, but there's opportunities there, and we haven't executed or made plays that are available. So we got to find a way to do that. I thought in game 2, the third period, our power play, created some really high quality looks for us that we weren't able to capitalize on. Maybe one of those falls, it sort of eases the pressure a little bit, and guys can get a little more confidence and get comfortable. So really, it's a big piece of just kind of getting out of our heads and go out and execute with the opportunities that are there, because there are some.
I would imagine there's no update yet on Luke either, or Dylan.
Yeah, so I just said that earlier. They're not going to play tomorrow. They haven't skated here yet, so not available.
Has overcoming a season-long adversity made this team extremely more mentally tough? I mean, can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, that's sort of what I think was evident last night, is that our team has grown and has been able to meet adversity head on in some close to as difficult a circumstances you can come up with, in the playoffs. You're down 2-0 in the series. You're down a key defenseman early in the game. You're extremely shorthanded. You've got a rookie defenseman you need to step up for you and take on big minutes, who only does that but scores the game-winning goal. You've got Siegenthaler, who is fresh off the IR, and you're trying to minimize his minutes, and all of a sudden you gotta ask him to take on way more than I think anybody would be comfortable with asking him to take on, and he does that extremely well. Even you take it further, Dougie's himself is fresh off injury here and still getting back into it. Dumoulin has been just outstanding for us on the back. Pesci's pushing through what he's dealing with and has just been rock solid. So the D-core has stepped up, and I think the forwards have done their part to really help them. And of course, Markey has been wonderful. So that's the group pulling together to deal with their circumstances and overcome them. And that's what I was most impressed with last night. I was proud of our group for that way. Now you got to refresh, recover today, and get ready to do it again. Otherwise, it's essentially all for naught. So you got to continue to build on it.
I think one of the things we didn't talk about post-game yesterday was that performance from Markey. We've talked so much about him being the engine and sort of the compass for you guys. Can you speak to more about what you saw from him, particularly as you guys had to dig deep there?
Yeah, it's solid. I think our guys did a really good job yesterday at preventing the high-end, high-danger chances that we'd given up in some of the previous games. But he was very solid. His puck moving was great. But also he's just a leader for us, and it's been that way through the series. He's one of the guys that's speaking up, through game 2 and after game 2, and pushing and challenging the group and giving the group confidence, and he backs that up with his play. So, like I said, the individuals are stepping up and allowing the collective group to just keep pressing on despite the adversity that we're going through here with the number of people we have out, and moving roles and stuff around and asking a little bit more for guys. That's what you want. You want a team and an organization that's able to overcome its circumstances, and yesterday was some of that, and looking forward to the opportunity to continue to do it again tomorrow.
Sheldon, it looked like you guys were using the high flip to get out of some of that D-zone pressure. Was that a directive from the coaches, or just kind of circumstance with the guys just trying to live to fight another day? Yeah,
it's a big part of just finding our way through their pressure, minimizing the passes, and just allowing us to get some speed under the puck and and pushing back their defense at the same time and likes to get on top of you so much. So that's been an important theme for us coming into the series. I think that we've done a good job of it. I think it's been pretty effective. It's a matter of recognizing when that is the play, or if there is another play available that we got to find it. That's kind of the fine line, and that's why you acquire talent, and that's why you pay them big bucks, is to be able to have them make those decisions at the right time. And I would put that on the power play too. It's a fine line. There's sometimes you just got to shoot it and get it to the net, but there's other times we got to find a way to make a play. It's there. So it's difficult to do, but that's the game.
Sheldon, have you been part of a playoff series before where you've had this string of defensemen go down over and over again? And how does that challenge you and your coaching staff right now? Can you think of?
I mean, in this
league,
to this degree, I can't say that I've. Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. From playing without Siegs and Dougie towards the end of the season there, and then Dougie comes back, but you lose Dylan and Luke, and then Siegs is sort of half back, and then you lose Covey. It's a lot. That said, I think in the 5 playoff years that I had in Toronto, I think 1 out of the 5 we didn't have major injuries to key people, so it's not new to me in that sense. So that's, again, why I'm so conditioned to the sense of you've got to have a team that's able to withstand these things. And coming in here to coach in New Jersey, I look at their season last season, and there was key injuries to key people that the team wasn't able to overcome. And that's why the foundation of the team and how they play and the character of your group is so vital to be able to withstand these things. And that's one of the things I'm most proud of with our team, is it didn't defeat us. There's things we'd want to do better in that regular season and be more consistent and such, but we found our way through to be one of 16 teams that are still standing. And yesterday, again, the guys met it head on and found a way through to give us some life in the series. So, you're really proud of that, and you hope those kind of experiences improve us certainly in the long term, but can help us within this series here.
Is Covey something there was a moment that happened to play, or is it cumulative and it just kind of?
That's a January question, not an April question.
Fair enough. Maybe this is a January question and not a playoff question, but how would you characterize Luke or Dylan coming back at some point in this series?
You answered your own question. Thank you. Got one more?
Thanks. Why do you think the club was able to negate those high danger chances from Carolina last night? Was it more the physicality off the puck, away from the puck?
Yeah, I think that's part of it. But I mean, I think that's because I'm coaching New Jersey. I think if you're Rod coaching Carolina, you probably say they didn't have their best game. I think that's part of it. That's why these series are best of 7, and there's ebbs and flows and all these sorts of things. You got to ride the emotions. The challenge is on us here now to ride the emotion of having such a big win, being something that we can build upon versus something that we have, we come down on the other side of it while Carolina's coming up. That's goes all the way through. But I liked, again, how we started the game. It's 2 games in a row. We've come out and gotten to our game before they've gotten to theirs. I think that's a really important piece in the series, and certainly will be in game 4.
One of the things that Sheldon was really talking about was just the way you guys as a group really dug in, not just because it went to double OT, but losing Covey and that full commitment to that defense from everybody. What did you appreciate most about the way you guys attacked this game yesterday?
Yeah, I think impressive by everybody. Like you said, losing a guy and then going with 5 Ds. Unbelievable from our D core, playing so many minutes and battling the way they were, and then it needed everybody in a game like this, and especially in a series like this. It takes everybody, and those are the moments that you prepare for all year. That's why you do the hard practices. That's why you battle, but it's a lot of fun.
One of the things that Sheldon did mention is, this was a great step for us. We needed this win, but we've got to get our special teams in order, because if we want to extend this beyond where we are now, that has to change. What are you seeing right now on the power play, and maybe what's giving you guys so much trouble that they're doing for you guys?
Yeah, it's tough. Their penalty kill is good, and obviously we got to get our power play right. But we've been doing it all year, so no different here. You got to make adjustments, but you got to get your head right and make the plays with confidence and believe in one another that we can do it. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of fun. You're gonna face adversity, a lot of challenges, but it's a great time to be playing hockey.
Do you think that maybe like you are in your head a little bit, not you specifically, but just like as a unit right now, just given how it's gone over 10, or not even?
You can't. You gotta every game. You gotta put what's behind you, move on, make the adjustments, and emotionally, all the games, it's up and down. You gotta be mentally strong in those situations, and that's why I say we've been preparing all year for these moments. So now it's time to execute and make the right adjustments and go out there and do it.
Sheldon said last night, which I thought was kind of curious. In the leading into the overtime, during the overtime, on the bench, he saw how tired you guys were, but he's like, "Give me more. We need more." What's going through a player's mind when you hear a coach say that? Is it motivation? Is it like, "Oh my God, I know I'm giving as much as I can"? What's going through your mind on the bench?
You just honestly, you look at your teammates, you see how they're battling through, and that's motivation enough. We had a guy go down, other guys stepping up, and just the care we have for each other. That's a big motivation. The crowd in our back cheering us on, and just I think it's exciting. Like you go in the second overtime, like we're in the locker room, like we believe in each other, and we have fun with it. It's tough. It's really tough, but that's what makes it so good.
Can you share anything that you say to each other in the locker room or on the bench when the player goes down? Did you say anything in particular?
We just try to be positive, and like I said, we care a lot for each other, so it's a motivation when you see a guy that wants to be out there battling with us can't, and yeah, seeing the next guy step up and doing the job.
How do you feel physically? I mean, you've exerted so much in these games. How do you feel physically?
Great.
You're good.
Yeah.
Your influence in the 3 games has been obvious, but I don't know what the most common snake is in Switzerland, but you've been snake bitten, right? My point is, can you take satisfaction? What satisfaction do you take out of contributing when it might not be on the scoreboard?
Yeah, it's like I said, it's all year you go through times where you maybe not score as much as you want and all these and so it's for me the win yesterday, that's satisfaction enough, and you play to win, and if it takes a block shot, if it takes a hit, you do whatever it takes, and obviously you'd like to score, but we're happy we won the game yesterday, and now that's behind us. We got to get our minds right for the game tomorrow, and that's all we care about.
Bratter, yesterday, Sheldon, and again this afternoon, reiterated just how proud he was of you guys, the way you dug in, not just because of double OT, but losing Covey and all those things. What are you most proud of about the performance you guys put together as a full team?
Yeah, I think you said it there. It was really the effort from every single guy in the lineup. I mean, playing that long of a game with 5 defensemen, it's I think every single guy did a tremendous job, and I mean, Markey was extremely solid. I think all of our forward lines did a great job. We were playing with good pace. We were helping out our D to make their game a little easier too, I would say. And I mean, in a game like that, we talked about yesterday, it was a good ending to the story to have a defenseman stepping up too, and especially Nemo to get that last goal.
Obviously last change tends to help when you're in your own building, but it has to be more than that you guys were able to be as successful as what was different for you guys in the maybe way you played or executed that for you was like, okay, that is the next step we've talked so much about taking?
Yeah, we've been talking about that ever since the series started, to grow with the series and get better and better by each game. And I think that so far in the series we have done that. We've executed a little bit better. I think our time with the puck has been better. We're making better decisions with the puck. Our breakouts has been a little more clear, which makes us get out of our zone a little faster from their hard forecheck. So I think we've been growing with the series, and Obviously, yesterday was a great win for us, but now it's up to us to do it again.
About the growth of the power play and how important is it for, as a full team, penalty kill, PP to really get that in order?
Yeah, I mean, special teams has been one of our best things all season long. Just because we haven't got the puck in during this series haven't changed our confidence. We're practicing it. We're talking about it. We kind of know how to break it down. It's just that we just got to execute a little bit better. And I mean, it's a really privilege to be on the power play, and I think that's just where we get embraced. That we can be a difference maker for the team, and right now in this series, that can come down to be the difference. So we're got a committed group that are ready to take on the challenge again tomorrow.
Why is their PK so effective, Brad?
I mean, they're pressuring really hard. They have had this system for as many years as I can remember. When it comes to pressuring, they've just perfected their way of pressuring. But with really hard pressure, there's also breakdowns. So we just got to take advantage of the chances that we get when we beat their pressure and then execute out of that.
I asked Timo this question. I want to ask you, like, entering the overtime, during the overtime, on the bench, Sheldon talked yesterday about he saw how tired, how draining this game was, but yet he was still saying to a lot of you guys, I need more, push. What's going through your mind as a player when you hear a coach say that? Is it like, look, I'm giving it all I can, or what's the mindset of a player on the bench?
I mean, we love this situation. I mean, we're excited about it. I mean, overtime in the playoff is such a great time to play hockey. So I think we were all just excited for that. And yeah, obviously you're tired, but you're enjoying it and you want to be the difference maker. So I think we're all embracing it. And I mean, obviously Nemo got it done for us. But yeah, you can be excited, you can be tired and exhausted, but it's fun playing. And at one point, you just want to win so bad, you just go out and do it.
How much confidence does it give the group that you're on that positive trajectory of getting better and better each game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a key win. Like, it's if you lose a game like that, you go down 3-0. It's a hard series to come back to. So obviously this gave us a little boost, but we've been talking about not getting too low and not getting too high. We got to do it again tomorrow, and that's just how it is.
Wasn't it this team to step up the defense? I mean, you've taken this defense to another level.
Yeah, I know. Like we've had some obviously adversities with injuries from the Ds, and everyone has been taking great pride in the defense. I mean, we know that this is going to be a series when the defense is gonna matter a lot, and everyone is taking pride in it when it comes from defensemen up to forwards. We've been talking a lot about our shot blocking and making sure that we limit their shots that's coming towards our net, and I think we've been successful that way.